Greetings, Galactic, conscious co-creators of heaven on earth, the new earth. Today on the 17th February 2021, we had a powerful day of activations, releases, activation, emotional release, purging, many different things coming in with these energies as our sacred temples are being prepared for this conscious leap of quantum consciousness, cosmic consciousness. From Proverbs 23:7, 237, 73, into the 37, heaven on earth. As a man thinks, so is he. And remember, there is no failure in God. No matter what you think, no matter what you feel, you cannot fail. Because the I Am presence is ever expanding, it is ever refining, experimenting, learning, and we're always moving forward and up through this ascension process. And every one of you are practicing perfection. The perfection of the divine principle is operating in your life every moment. You're getting exactly what you think about yourself. If you want something else or different, think something different about yourself. From Reverend Ike, great bro star of light. Through the I Am presence, you're always getting perfect results, whether it is perfect joy or a perfect mess. Whatever you enjoy, you increase. Prosperity is divinely natural. Some beings may not like to hear this because it means that we must take full responsibility of our life, and that doesn't mean sitting around thinking all day. We take the necessary action to produce our art, to create our art, to co-create our true heart's delight. But we must keep a positive, healthy mindset. And what you think about you, we bring about. And you can think that anything after you add I am is what we manifest, what we conjure. That's why we must say I am the way. I am infinite potential. I am of the light. I am love. I am truth. I am that I am. And I am this I am. For it is through the power of our minds, our thoughts, and our feelings that we manifest and attract to us that which we desire, or that which we wish to manifest, or wish to experience in this infinite field of energy we call Chi. The Chi and the life force together create our reality. If there is something that we are struggling with manifesting, that means we must cultivate and raise our Chi. I have a very powerful Qigong training on Patreon. For the lowest tier, you get all these trainings. We have over 100 there now. So following these teachings and through the I Am Presence, this 33-day course of discourses, is to train and teach everyone on our angelic team how to manifest through the power of our I Am Presence, our divine glory, our pure intent, and our awareness. For what we experience externally is a reflection on what we produce internally. That is the internal fire, the internal yang, the action, the thought, the belief, and the faith together with a little hope. And the power of positive thinking keeps the wheel turning, keeps us on our path, so we never give up. So in this moment of this now, repeat, there is no failure in God. The emanation and the movement of the I Am presence is God in action. God is the healing principle. God is the creative principle. The Great Spirit is always with us, within us, and all around us. There is no separation. But because we are in a free will universe, it is up to us and our practice, our intent, and our power to manifest from our heart and really take these concepts to heart and meditate upon them and practice the mantra, I am the way, the truth, the life. I am the resurrection and the life. All resurrections and ascensions happen through the I Am presence of every living being, here now, forever. This is it. It is time to rise up in our energy, our glory, our power, our radiance. Our bright virtue is fully activated. That is the unborn mind of Buddha. Zen Master Benkei would say, all things are perfectly resolved in the unborn mind of Buddha. That is the I Am presence. And again, we speak of the concepts or the fingers pointing to the moon being enlightenment or the truth that is beyond words, beyond concepts. But we use and utilize concepts, words, thoughts, and feelings to navigate to our true self, the kingdom of heaven within, the eternal infinite light, the eternal infinite life that is the still center, resonating in the central sun that is within God's holy temple, which is your sacred vessel. So today we uploaded day 9 of our 33 days of discourses on Patreon. And you get this with your membership if you go to patreon.com/prime disclosure and make a pledge starting at $5 a month. We now have over 100 trainings, teachings, special transmissions, gifts. We have my Sacred Condor's beautiful song, music that she sings. And her and I, for the first time, recorded together our first guided meditation of many to come, and many people received powerful activations from this transmission, from this golden spiral meditation, activating your crystalline solar Christ light body. So those that are on Patreon, be sure to check those out. And today, you can begin your journey of the 33 days of transforming your life in powerful ways and manifesting the life of your dreams. There is infinite abundance in God's world, in God's light. And just remember, there is enough for everybody. But it is up to us to let the universe, let the Creator, conscious co-creator, know exactly what it is that we want. And have the faith and belief that it is ours unto ourselves through the power of our will and our intent. I am in perfect health. I am in prosperity. I am attracting beautiful, positive people and things in my life. And let us all take a moment to focus on what we are grateful in our life. There's a power behind the gratitude, and thanking Great Spirit, thanking the universe, the Tao, for all that we do have, be it our health, our relationships, our divine counterparts, our beautiful crystal children, our amazing animal friends. There is so much to be grateful for here now. And use the power of your mind, thought and feeling. Put feeling, emotion, thought into whatever it is you want to experience. Perfect health, perfect relationships, great wealth. These things are all energy, and it is up to us to let the universe know what we want to do with this infinite energy, what we want to see, what we want to feel, what we want to experience. And be persistent, be consistent in your practice. This isn't one thought a week or one feeling a month. This is a daily practice. And say often, I am the full liberation of divine love in action. And keep holding the faith, going through and through and through, until every breakthrough, and we rise higher and higher through this great ascension. So if you have not joined us on this journey, connect with us on patreon.com/prime disclosure. Begin this journey together. We had so many powerful energies coming in today and activations, many codes appearing on the Schumann resonance with the power of 12. We are now resonating at the 32 hertz across the board, although this is not reported amongst contemporary science, or what we call mainstream science, but we know it, we feel it, we're experiencing it. We had 137, there we go with the 37, activation into the 73, M1.5 or greater earthquakes last 24 hours, most powerful again today in southeast of Loyalty Islands in the portal of the Lemurian energy with a 6.1. The most powerful was the 7.7 this month in the same location, right on the Tropic of Capricorn in the Pacific Ocean. This morning, we had an activation in the crown of Lemuria, Sand Point, Alaska, with a 3.7, 37, 37, 10, 10, the first portal to my sacred condor in Greece. Again, today, 4.3, we had this wave that moved through Asia, through the Middle East, and through Southern Europe throughout the day. Also, Chile had a 4-4, another activation in Greece with a 5-5, another 4-5 of the 9, Papua New Guinea 5-3. The whole grid lit up again, the whole ring of fire with the Lemurian energy. We had a 4.1 activation in the sacred portal Afghanistan, where the 3 holy mountains, the sacred mountains of Tian Shan, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun in the middle Dantian, and Himalayan of the lower Dantian, they merged together to create this trident in that sacred portal, which is getting activations on a daily basis. And we can think of this as the apex of the Trinity, the trident, the trine. India had a 4.7, Argentina, South America, and the Andes Mountains, the Kundalini of Pachamama, the home of the sacred condor, 4.8 of the 12 divine goddess energies coming in. We had another 4.1 in Afghanistan in the sacred portal. And then in Iran, 5.4, Council of 9 coming in. Greece, 4.2. And then we had the 6.1 about 2 hours ago. Southeast Loyalty Islands on the Ring of Fire. The Queen has awoken and she has risen. Today we start with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 10 degrees 47 minutes Taurus. The sun at 29 degrees 36 minutes Aquarius. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 0 degrees Aquarius. Moonlit fields, once Babylon, are blooming white. The current Sabian symbol for 11 degrees Taurus. A woman sprinkling flowers, from astrologyweekly.com. From S.A. Smith, Divine Sister of the Light, Ascension Symptoms Alert. Incoming energies are bringing some very strong symptoms with these upgrades. Things are changing. One of those things are you. These energies started coming into our atmosphere a few hours ago. Most people feel them within 1 to 3 hours of them hitting our atmosphere. As they began to come in, the wave of energies increased, bringing in more upgrades and downloads to the collective. These energies are really all about and for you. Our ascension is changing, speeding up. These energies are allowing you to step into your true ascended master self sooner than expected. So hold on, it's about to get crazy. Really listen to your inner knowing. Everything you need is right there inside of you. From agirlintheuniverse.com. So be sure to let us know in the comments below the video what you're feeling and experiencing today through these great heart and head upgrades. Heart chakra upgrades continue. Body cramps, nausea, body fatigue, some head pressure. Be sure to hydrate, rest, eat what's called, connect into you, and feel what you need. And be sure to use the mantra, I am, bringing all my organs and every atom into perfect harmony and perfect balance and perfect health. And really feel into what that conjures. From Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica. Citizens of the universe, the Arcturians, we come through with a new concept highlighting the specific light frequencies reaching your world. To see the involvement of your planetary light neighbors, the planets associated directly with the ascension of your world. To understand your new world trajectory is now aligned with the Universal Light Alliance of the galaxy, the code of universal light and peace. With saying this, see Mother Gaia like a great phoenix, with wings spread to a greater expansiveness to the universe. Understand you are now light players on the galactic stage. Galactic citizens of the universe, we ask you to open to the consciousness of the universe. See the planets as mothers and fathers of light, the soul family of Mother Gaia. Understand her universal light family are now assisting her ascension upgrade. The great roles of the planet, like our own soul family, who are a part of our light mission. To understand their role is to assist the transition and realignment to the higher light spectrum of the universe, assisting Mother Gaia, the great light integration. Your important role as light amplifiers, your innate connection to the universe and all beings, as your magnificent world becomes lighter and brighter, as you collectively awaken to the universe. sending waves of cosmic love. The Arcturians in Karenlithica from Karenlithica.com. Today from Divine Bro Star the Light Pars Kute. Consciousness is booming. Energy is pouring onto the earth plane in astronomical amounts now, and people are waking up by the millions. They are waking up to the divinity of all life and are beginning to see and sense beyond their physical five senses of taste, touch, smell, hearing, and seeing. They are becoming aware of forces that exist in higher states of consciousness, and this alone will save the earth. When a critical mass of people worldwide reaches this higher state of awareness, everyone will suddenly wake up and destruction will stop. There has been two different ways, huge timelines. One, there's been one path all of us that are awakened are on. All of us that are healers and helping are on and holding the light. Two, and there's been the other path of those that are sleeping, that are still unconscious to the fact that they have their own choices they can be making. They're still letting others make them for them. But we are both moving forward on a road, two separate roads, and we see coming up an intersection. We are going to intersect. We overcome environmental destruction not through the environment, but through ourselves. Every thought, feeling, action, and the words we use determine our level of consciousness. Be still and just be. It is in stillness that crystal clear inner guidance is received, with sacred love of one, Pars Kute. From Divine Bro Star of the Light, Rick Jewers, Divine Feminine and Divine Feminine Twin Flame Souls. Currently, there are occurring very substantial upgrades for mostly the Divine Feminine. These upgrades are once again in preparation for your divine work now and in the future. It is important for you to know that this is widespread and that any new symptoms or experiences are perfectly normal for this process. You must not reject from a place of fear, rather embrace and quickly see in what areas your divine prowess has been enhanced and experiment with it. To become more familiar with this newfound strength and learn more of your creator abilities, your physical senses have all been upgraded, especially the sight, which enables you to see more and what others may not. Your multidimensional eyesight has been upgraded. Your creator particle command has also become stronger, that assists you in your divine energetic work and overall influencing the timelines with the higher positive coding. You have been given an unprecedented divine prowess to assist in this overall planetary mission. You confirm these upgrades to yourself first, then to others as the divine time presents unto you. Love and light, Femin, Rick. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, Servant of Yahweh. 525 coming in. 1144. God has removed falsehoods from the Divine Masculine Christ Collective. They were deceived by the devil into thinking that having a family, spouse, children, creating an genetic legacy was a bad idea. This has ended, which we will witness in the flesh as we enter Taurus season 2021. This is all part of the freedom of your union from the chains of the devil. Divine intervention is ensuring the Divine Masculine Christ are free of being deceptive towards Divine Feminine Christ. The DFC are also free of these emotional triggers that attracted narcissists to them. Emotional freedom through the Virgo full moon is ascending your union to new beginnings of trust, loyalty, and love. Be sure to protect your mind, thoughts, emotions, and energy while all this reshuffling occurs. The mind is now being cleansed and purified of lack consciousness in money and love. Once complete in Gemini season 2021, you will be attracting king, queen counterparts that are successful, stable, healed, ready, and capable to give you their all. You are also attracting financial abundance with new levels of your alchemical birthrights accessible as a master creator. Karma is balanced in the Divine Masculine Christ, messianic bloodline of King Solomon, Jacob, Selassie, David, Arthur, and so on. The past is neutralizing of the 12 tribes of Israel worldwide, collectively as one, Divine Masculine Christ Israelites. While all this unfolds, for now focus on peace, healing, and closure. The Divine Feminine Christ, including Mother Gaia, are all receiving our Dharma for our efforts to expose and expulse the enemy, Lucifer the devil of the distorted narcissist lust-filled masculine. We did this for the Y gene seed branch of Adam, Yahweh's family tree, bloodline, and seed. This brings very new beginnings for the sisterhood of the rose and the lion tribe of Judah to return back home as one in holy grail union. Let all be exposed to the past. God says that you are my witness. From Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christy Elizabeth, February 17th through the 25th. The planets are lining up to be your stepping stones. There is so much going on this week as we head towards 21/2/2021. The way I see it is that there are still old residual toxins being sucked out of our atmosphere, and also from deep within us. We are going through a major opportunity to clean up some stubborn stains or proving a challenge. It is our old emotional experiences that have mutated within us that are resisting the transformation we desire. This is all subconscious, but you can be aware of it by observing your own behaviors and having a word with yourself. The universe wants you to begin to open to the whole new reality that is forming into the path ahead. You know this is what you have been waiting for, and yet you hear those old nagging doubts seeping into your inner narrative, and it feels as though you are doomed to repeat. The universe, on the other hand, will hear none of this and encourages you to step across, one step at a time, to a new destination. This is not a time for doubts, but for objective, positive realism. You have worked so hard to be where you are, so do not allow self-sabotage to win the day. This is a time of journeying. Nobody can be left behind, but there are those who can be at the forefront of the progress. As I have said before, we are at a point of mass awareness of the choice between living in our head or our heart. Give yourself a clean, fresh start, break free, be open to your evolution. You are a creator. Step forward into creating your own world with a joyful heart. These are happy times full of mysterious promise. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Sarah Hayes, Saturn and Aquarius square Uranus and Taurus, structured ideals versus liberation of values, restrictions versus breaking free, for the greater good versus personal independence. On February 17th, we have the first tense 90-degree square meetup of 3 in 2021 between Saturn, the planet of restriction, tests, and obligations, currently in the sign of Aquarius, and Uranus, the planet of liberation, freedom, and shocks, currently in the sign of Taurus. Aquarius is known to represent ideals, the human collective, and progress. Taurus is known to represent values, resources, and practical applications. Saturn and Aquarius square Uranus and Taurus will be a bring-up of a battle that what is best for society versus the liberation of the individual. This aspect will occur again on June 14th and December 24th, 2021. The whole year of 2021 will be marked with this tense aspect, so it is a key astrological event that will have a lasting impact not only on the collective, but will affect people on a personal level as well. You can already see how this aspect is playing out on the global stage with our current situation. Saturn in Aquarius is a tense dance, with Uranus in Taurus will wake up how we relate to restrictions and structures for the greater good, and our sense of personal freedom and the right to express our individuality. Being that this is happening within the fixed signs of Taurus and Aquarius will add to the stubborn and rigidness of their aspect. The fixed signs happen in the middle of a season when things are set and pretty consistent. Just think of where you are at right now. Since we are currently in the season of Aquarius, no matter if you are in the northern or the southern hemisphere, the weather is constant and steady in nature. This is an example of the type of energy that this aspect will produce. Somehow a middle ground must be established between our sense of structures around what works for everyone versus our own unique freedom to stand up for ourselves and our value. How do you set up systems that benefit the collective but at the same time still respect the rights of the individual? How do we create systems that are tried and true but still progressive? How do you listen to the needs and wants of your own body without being lumped into a category that is intended for the whole of society? These questions will be pivotal during this year with this aspect of Saturn and Uranus. Neither Saturn or Uranus will want to budge from their respective positions. Saturn is often associated with the government, authority, and powers that be. Uranus is often associated with revolution, invention, and free enterprise. You can see, even without me giving examples, of how these two clash in their principles. One wants order and predictability, and one wants freedom and unpredictability. A clash of wills around values is a big theme with these two in aspect. Saturn in Aquarius wants to teach Uranus and Taurus the workability of creating order among the people and with the latest inventions within society. Uranus in Taurus wants to teach Saturn in Aquarius the art of invention without honoring one's values, and the liberation of being free of society's standards and ideals. Together, their square aspect will produce a friction of perspectives that will lead to some kind of action to be taken. This is the nature of all square aspects. The build-up is so great that something has to give, and this usually requires movement and action. Saturn in Aquarius, square Uranus and Taurus, is here to present a challenge of willpowers that will impact everyone on a personal and collective level. The planet of order clashing with the planet of liberation could lead to some big-time disagreements and disconnections amongst each other. This again is one of the manifestations of their tense aspect. The key will be to find a common middle ground that will support both sides. Even though both will be pretty dug into their sides, the unification of their differences is what will produce positive action from their dance. We will need to negotiate between what is best for everyone and what is best for the individual. Someone has to give, and this willingness to budge can make all the difference. Saturn in Aquarius and square to Uranus and Taurus is here to bring up tests between what is best for the collective versus the people, produce a willpower of strength and tenacity around what we hold near and dear to our hearts, and to remind us that we don't always have to see eye to eye, but with perspective and willingness we can still unite heart to heart. From astromama.com, today from Here in the Moon Astrology. As within, so without, being over-Saturned. If you're reaching an emotional, mental, and psychological crunch point with a sense of futility, loss of control, and helplessness is overwhelming your faith that life beyond your four walls and a screen can ever return, today's first of three clashes of the Titans, Saturn and Uranus, will start to smash apart the restrictions and log jams. What we are suffering from is being over-Saturned. Since 2018, when the Lord of Time and Karma returned to his own sign of Capricorn, right through the epochal collusion of Men in Black, Saturn, and Pluto in January 2020, and on into the first decan of Aquarius, the ray of science, we have been squeezed smaller and smaller, faced greater and greater restrictions and mandates, and retreated into our own heads and down the rabbit hole of virtual reality. The antidote is being delivered by wild man Uranus, shaking up the stagnation, the depression, loss of life force, blasting a hole in the prison wall. Then in March, Saturn crosses into Aquarius, Decan 2, ruled by Mercury, just before the blast of fresh air that is the Aries equinox. The medicine is in your hands. Mix up your own planetary homeopathy. If you're spending too much time up in your head, your body constantly on alert and hypervigilant, tracking 24/7 news or doom, scrolling an overdose of Saturn, change your physicality, introduce some Uranian acupuncture by moving, stretching, shaking out your entire body, cross-working both brain hemispheres, deliberately breaking entrained habits. We need to bend, not break, to breathe, not harden, to allow, not to resist, to be gentle with ourselves. This is the reset that we've craved but delayed. This is the shedding we feared but desired. This is what we knew was coming but could not have known about. From Here in the Moon Astrology.co.uk. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology, Saturn in Aquarius, square Uranus and Taurus. This is the first of three squares that characterize this year. Here we have the struggle between old and new, a battle between the generations, tension between tradition and modernization, a fight between restriction and freedom. Saturn's transit through Aquarius tells us that we must create stability now as a foundation for the future. We must learn to function better as a group and consider what and how we are contributing individually to society. Uranus's passage through Taurus shows us that we must change our values, consider alternative resources, revolutionize our approach to the natural world and the economy. It's hard and sometimes shocking work, but it's the process of birthing a new reality. For all of us individually, somewhere there is a pull to follow a new and different path that seems to threaten our stability in another area of life. For growth to occur, we must find a way to branch out without upending what has already been built. New solutions to old problems are in sight. Perseverance brings a breakthrough. A brilliant awakening is manifesting. From LeahWhitehorse.com. Today, from the Zolkin Times, Kin 6-5, Red Cosmic Serpent. Cosmic is the name for the number 13, and its key words are transcend, endure, and presence. The 13th day wraps up the wave spell, and there is always a poetic connection between the first and last day. We began with Red Skywalker, the adventure, and where did this journey lead us to? Well, today we must endure to transcend, meaning we need to ponder the lessons learned so we are prepared to move on to the next obstacle course. Today is Red Serpent, and the key words associated with it are instinct, survival, and life force. The Cosmic Serpent is probably the most interesting serpent today because the energy is so well matched. Serpent represents transmuting poison and shedding the old. Serpent also symbolizes Kundalini energy, which is believed to reside in your base chakra. Whichever way you look at it, the serpent offers renewal and growth. First of all, though, you must survive your poison and transmute it, much like the number 13's endure to transcend message. This is so fitting for the completion of the Red Skywalker 13-day journey. Begin a journey of courage and adventure, getting out of your comfort zone, and the result is a powerful renewal. Don't waste this chance to shed your old skin and begin your life with a fresh start, feeling lighter because you shed your darkness, your poison. If successful, you should experience a Kundalini awakening, which is when all your chakras line up, giving you a mighty buzz. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papa Giorgio, Red Cosmic Serpent, Kin 65, 17 February 2021, Cosmic Kundalini Awakening, 17-2-2021 equal 825 equal 87 equal 15 equal 6. 17 Immortality Legacy. 8 Infinity Abundance Source Flow. 2 Partnership Cooperation Twins. 5 Liberation Freedom Change Transformation. 7 Magic Mystic Spiritual Initiation. 6 Heaven Christ Harmony Family. Kin 6-5 equal 11. Portal, Duality, Doorway, Partnership. Cosmic Tone 13. Mystic Goddess, Cosmic Consciousness, 13 Moons, Natural Time. Mystic Cosmic 13. Coupled with the Red Serpent, Kundalini rising energy makes a very, very cosmically expansive day. Day 13 is the final day in the Red Skywalker wave spell of awakening, exploration, and expansion, and we are going out with a bang. If you have not awakened, evolved, or expanded during this wave spell, then today will be a power-packed day for you. Hang on to your hats, because Ben is giving off a great blast-off, handing the baton to his best buddy, Kimi, the White World Bridger, tomorrow to cross the bridge to our new, wonderful world. Hallelujah. Tone of creation. Cosmic is the last and final tone of creation, the highest octave. Tone 13 in the spiritual realm. 13 is the mystical number of the cosmic order, the goddess in synchronic natural time. We have arrived. Add some. I am here. This is the stage of having transcended the physical, emotional, and mental realms and arriving at cosmic consciousness. Cosmic action transcends, power endures, essence presence. Today we are transcending our old survival responses and raising our Kundalini to the max, to experience total cosmic expansion through our pure presence, floating endlessly as cosmic consciousness throughout space-time, pure ecstatic bliss. Today's question is, am I releasing all blocks and purifying my physical vessel to allow my life force to rise up, fueling my soul expansion, in order to experience cosmic consciousness? We bid adieu to Ben, our Red Skywalker, the angelic messenger and galactic explorer, and thank him for the incredibly expansive and wild ride he took us on throughout the cosmos. We have expanded our awareness in our light bodies as we stretched our golden wings to explore our galactic neighborhood. Bliss is here now on Earth. Tomorrow we commence a brand new wave spell with Kimi, the White World Bridger, as our learned guide and gatekeeper. leading us over the rainbow bridge to the new world, and so our journey through the dream spell continues. Divine blessings for the elevation of your pure life force and passion to fuel your divine mission. And Lakek Alakin, Christina, White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 65, Red Cosmic Serpent. The mantra, the code for today is, I endure in order to survive. Transcending instinct, I seal the store of life force with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of universal water. And now, beloved beings of light, with the power of your I am presence, let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future uploads. And we would appreciate you giving us a thumbs up, commenting, and sharing these videos. It helps get our message out to more conscious co-creators for this great mission. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. 6-6 coming in. Now, if you made it this far through this transmission, we'll have a little heart-to-heart and an update on where we stand in our vision of the eagle and the condor, divine feminine, divine masculine, Heros Gamos, and manifesting our first spiritual healing center, and help those new to the channel understand why and how I am doing several things, and also give a shout out and thanks to those that are supporting us financially through this ascension process. So where we stand now, we are just beyond halfway in pledges of what we need for our daily living expenses, so we are very grateful for all of you. And for those new to the channel that don't know, I left Cleveland about 4 months ago to come out west to activate this mission and to be with my sacred condor, my goddess, my queen, my divine counterpart, and my soul star family. And to help make things a little more clear, I left in Cleveland a business of 17 years, my family, all my friends, most of my connections. For this great journey, I took a great leap of faith, and it has been worth every effort, every ounce of effort, for I've been reunited with my goddess, my queen, my everything. So over the last several months, I have been surviving off of my life savings and pledges that people give us on Patreon and donations. So we appreciate all of you for helping us on this great journey. So our first goal is to be able to pay for our living expenses, such as rent, car payment, food, all these things. And then we manifest our first spiritual healing center. I may start off with renting a hall so I could start teaching again, open a dojo out here where I could teach the healing arts, martial arts, meditative arts, many different things. I'm not sure what the future holds, so I'm taking it one day at a time, each step at a time. And we're just beyond halfway of what I need for daily living expenses. And then we also have several investors of the Council of 12 for the Healing Retreat Center, but we need at least 10 more to be able to manifest and lease land. We also have 2 of our Council of 12 that are veterans that are willing to put forth their veteran loan to procure land and property. But I would still have to make the payments, the mortgage payments, so I cannot do that until we're at a certain level on Patreon. We're slowly but surely, day by day, inching our way closer and closer to this. So once this is established, I could start doing live events, trainings, teachings, many different things. We see recording studio, we see healing centers, schools of creativity, organic farming, but we have to take this one step at a time. And it took me several months just to procure a temporary property to stay until I can find a home for my sacred queen, my condor, and her 3 crystal children. So that is my first goal, is to find a home. And then I could put all my efforts into finding the land and the property to manifest the first healing center. And then from running the center procure land for a sustainable community for all of you, anyone that wants to be part of a community. And all of these will be up to the Council of 12, which we are assembling through our Patreon page. They will be voting on where these centers will be. They're going to be all over the world, but the first center that people can visit will be in Washington State. We're seeing potentially Clark County or close around. This is in southern Washington, close to Oregon. But for now, I keep putting out these daily transmissions every day, 7 days a week. And also I'm working every day on this 33-day journey of these discourses. So it's taking most of my day to do these two things. So I don't have much time to communicate. I'm doing my best to keep up with all the emails, messages, and different communications. So hang in there with us. Slowly but surely, we're making this happen. And we will be working with Divine Bros Star Aladdin in Vietnam to help us raise funds through some marketing funnels and other things. But for now, aside from living off of my life savings, that we're relying 100% on the Patreon pledges and donations. So we appreciate you all for supporting us on this great journey. And we couldn't do it without all of you. So we are in deep appreciation and very grateful for all of you for your support. We'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light Shelley Thorne for your pledge and support on Patreon. We'd like to also welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light Janet Cross for your pledge and support on Patreon. And we would like to thank very much Divine Sister of the Light Sonia Hart for raising your pledge on Patreon. So if you're new to Patreon, be sure to check out our extra trainings, our teachings, our practices, also the guided meditation my Sacred Condor and I recorded a couple days ago. We uploaded yesterday the Golden Spiral. People are receiving powerful activations. You can listen to our song. We'll also have these available to purchase for download very soon on our website. And her and I are working very hard towards this goal of being able to bring all these teachings and practices to the world, to all of you. And we're seeing too from the events we'll be doing, the teachings we'll be doing, live streams to our Patreon and many different things. So if you'd like to support our work and our mission of the Eagle and the Condor lineage, you can make a pledge at patreon.com/prime disclosure. We also have a link in the description below if you'd like to make a one-time donation to our PayPal account. And we'd also like to thank everyone for supporting my Queen's art business on Etsy. For those that are not on Patreon, anyone that purchases one of her goddess totems within the next 2 days, 48 hours, we will email you the meditation, the guided meditation, the Golden Spiral, as a bonus, as an extra gift. Now, if you're already one of our members on Patreon, you already get this gift as part of your membership. So these are for everyone that is not pledging on Patreon. We will send you the guided meditation, very powerful activation. So you can purchase these beautiful goddess totems at lunagoddessart.com and then send me an email with the confirmation from Etsy to habanerosun@yahoo.com, habanerosun@yahoo.com, because we do not get your email when you purchase on Etsy. For some reason, they did not send us your email, which is very strange, but we live in a strange world in strange times. But I don't have to explain that to you. So thank you for hanging in there with us, sticking through this, holding the tones, holding the frequency. We're going to end today's transmission from Divine Bro Star of the Light of the Huna Nation, Li Parare, Galactic Emissions, Anchoring, Star Body, God Spark, Aqua Blue Ray, 13th Gateway, Quintessence, Dismantled Dark Tech, Living Reality Fields, Oceans Emitting Signal, Earth RF Antenna, Inner Crystal Core, Photoelectric, Spectra Images, Information Memory, Signal to Noise, Contrast Resolution, Thermal Emission, Galactic Center, Ultraviolet Plasma Wave, Infinite Fractal Tetrahedrons, Sonic Geometry Coding, Water Monopole, nature signal DNA, primordial source, 4 living creatures, mother arc portal system, cellular longboats, spaceships, galactic migration, expansion, water chalice for light, energy information, light spark, dream time, memory instantaneous, nature's intelligence, geophysics alchemy, energy reboots itself, restoration fire within, energetic viral hygiene, honey of the divine heart, 7 higher heavens, whale tones, royal star, all power to all people, moment now to unmask, inner bridge to source being, elixir of life force, alpha, zero, omega, child of light in action. And now remember, brothers and sisters of the light, ask and it is given. Ask with the pure heart, with the intent of good, of righteousness, and of love. Everything I do is for my queen and her 3 crystal children, and for all of you that have joined us on this great mission. And as I said yesterday, my goddess is the only being in eternity that has my codes, my activations, and passwords to be able to continue this work that I've started over 10 years ago. So everything I do is to create an empire of love for my queen, my goddess, my soul star family, her children, and our families, and for all of you. And one other thing I forgot to mention for full disclosure, many of you noticed that I did have to remonetize my channel, meaning that Google, YouTube, whatever, pays me a small fee for the ads that are in the video. Now, we don't make much on that. I gave it 3 months without the monetization to try to raise the funds for our daily living expenses. We are getting closer and closer, but we're just beyond about halfway to what we need. And for full disclosure, even with over 1,000 transmissions and putting videos out every day, we only make about $300-400, just over $400 with the monetization, but that helps make ends meet. And I know people hate the ads. I don't like them either, but until we get to the point where our daily living expenses are met, we need to do this. But once we get beyond the living expenses and manifesting the healing retreat, we'll take the ads off. So it's a more enjoyable experience for everyone that comes to these channels. And also we started adding some UFO experiences to our Prime Disclosure. We don't want to water down our main channel, which is Paul Butler. Prime Disclosure is our backup channel. So you can go there to watch these videos. We plan up uploading more as they come in, people's experiences with these things that take on many forms. We say interdimensional, intradimensional, higher dimensional, beings from other galaxies, other timelines, many things coming through. This is infinite multi-dimensional realities merging. So let's not try to get caught up on the jargon and just feel through these experiences. And ultimately, it is up to us to manifest New Earth. That is why the guides, my higher self, Source, wanted me to transmit the I Am Presence teachings, which came through me through our divine bro star and sister of the light in Ecuador, anchoring in the grid, Shri and Kara, who helped me along my journey of reuniting with my sacred condor, my goddess. I am in deep gratitude to our brothers and sisters, Shri and Kara, shining the light brightly in South America, the land of the sacred condors. And last note, the image in today's video was created by my sacred condors, crystal children. So you'll see the energy, how precious these beautiful angels of light are. And no, I ain't playing. We love all our crystal children and all beings of light in all realms and dimensions. And we're here to uplift humanity and activate the I Am Presence that is within every soul, within every heart, emanating the highest love, the highest love, the highest joy for all of humanity. The eagle and the condor fly high, endlessly, into the light, through the night, through the void, into the clear, pure light of bliss, uplifting all of humanity and all living beings, in all realms, all timelines, all dimensions, in unconditional love, divine light, of the Christos consciousness, the Buddha consciousness. So spread your wings, beloved angels of light, and fly high, soar into the night, activating the fire from within to burn brightly. Way showers of the new earth, the eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.